GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get to place on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back to Stevenson on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Straight ahead at Stevenson. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Folks' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Let's go, y'all.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Patterson's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk, and he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll run with ETN. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Back to the ground with ETN. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's one play at a time, baby. Let's do our thing. Let's do it.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A give. It's ETN off the option. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And even 20 yards for Travis Etienne. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Get it going, baby.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. New England's offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he will have a Patriots first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Jones throwing on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there of 22.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll look to throw again. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. 30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jones, another shot here after the pick six. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On the draw is Stevenson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Off play action. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. And Folk's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
What's the deal, Let's do this, man. That's right. Do your thing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Agnew now to return. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Now Lawrence. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Stevenson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And this is Parker, complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Folk's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Let's go get it now. You don't want to leave that. Keep our boys.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Lawrence in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones from 4 yards out. And the Jags will add to their 4th quarter lead. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
And now out come the Patriots.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Checking this down to Stevenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience I can tell you that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Let's play. Let's play now.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
On the handoff, Stevenson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Patriots have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game now tied here in the 4th.
Get something together. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we got to do here. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's all like popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
They'll look to Etienne to start things out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
Ooh, with a juke. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for.
And it's 3rd and 5.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Now the ball comes loose. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Let's go now, let's go. This is the call before the storm, baby.
To throw again is Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Etienne once more. And able to get this to the 31. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Draw play, Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Etienne up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Coming up here, 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is right through. And the Jaguars have won the game.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?